I want to talk about something that I relate to tremendously. Recently, Victor Wembanyama, if you don't know, he's a defensive star in the NBA right now, future Hall of Famer most likely, and he is a stellar basketball player. I don't know what game this applied to, but basically, I think he was upset after losing or maybe got injured or something. I don't really remember. This is probably from a while ago too, but he said, I refuse to carry the weight of my own emotions. I refuse to carry the burden of my own emotions. When seen crying on court after I think it was a loss. And I absolutely love this. I love this so much because I've always been one to not hide my emotions and not burden my own emotions. And I've always worn my heart on my sleeve. Everybody can pretty much tell how I'm feeling when I'm feeling it. And although I am in a pretty positive mood for a majority of the time, when I'm not, it's obvious. So I've been this way since I was a kid. Throughout middle school, high school, everybody would always ask, "Hal, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" Because they could tell like something was wrong. And throughout high school and college, especially, I feel like this masculine agenda was pushed onto me and a lot of kids my age, men especially, to be a man and to truly, burden and bottle up your emotions in the traditional sense, and keep everything in. But I want to explain why I believe that's wrong. And if you're somebody that goes through that, you're only hurting yourself more by not expressing things. I understand the fear of judgment and I understand the wanting to keep your emotions hidden from other people for whatever reason. You have to understand that you're only raising your stress levels. You're raising your cortisol. You're raising the chemicals in your body that affect you negatively in the long run. And it's just, that's on a physical level, not to mention how painful it is mentally to burden all these things. I've always been the type of guy that when I'm going through something, when I'm dealing with something, I need to talk to somebody because I can't keep that in. I can't keep that bottled up. That's not okay. And, there's an issue with people committing suicide in the world, especially young men, because they think they have to keep their emotions bottled in. They don't know what to do with it, and they end up dealing with it in the best way they know how, which unfortunately is suicide. So the point of this video and the message of this video is to tell you that take the feminine route, which in my opinion is the masculine route. I think if you have the courage to get up and say how you feel, contrary to what is the popular traditional belief, you truly are a masculine man. You truly embody masculinity. I think it was Carl Jung, maybe I could be getting that wrong, who said the most masculine men have feminine traits and the most feminine women have masculine traits. It might be Carl Jung. I got to look it up, but I'll put it on the screen. My girlfriend and I were just talking about that. And it's absolutely so true in my opinion, because when it comes to masculinity and femininity, what does it truly mean to be a man, right? To carry the weight and carry the burden for others, right? The people you're protecting, to be a protective figure in that sense. How can you be that figure? How can you protect others and protect their emotions if you don't even know how to protect your own? If you don't even know how to embody your own emotions, be who you are at your core? You're hiding away a piece of yourself because you're afraid to tell other people. Get over it. Seriously. It makes no sense to me why so many men bottle up their emotions because it's the manly thing to do. That is such bullshit. And honestly, I think that's like government propaganda put on us to make men more mentally unstable. Seriously, like I just can't imagine why that's been the norm, because really expressing what you're feeling and when you're feeling it is the true medicine to feeling better. If more people just talked about how they felt, there would be so much less, burden to put on these people. And Victor Wembanyama says it best. in that situation. I refuse to carry that burden of my emotions because it is a weight on your mental. And it's so clear. I've done it before. I've held in my emotions, and I've seen countless friends do it as well. And I tell them, I'm like, dude, you don't ever have to be afraid to talk to me because I will never judge you for what you have to say, especially if it's something that's going to help you feel better after saying it. Why would I ever judge you for that? Drake is another example of a celebrity who consistently talks about expressing your emotions, and I can't remember the lyrics exactly. If I find them, I'll put them on the screen as well, but he talks about how really expressing what you're feeling is a form of true masculinity. And I know the lyric, I just can't think of it on the top of my head right now, so I'll try to find it. But the point of this whole video is that when you're feeling like you have no one to talk to, or you can't express what you're actually feeling in a tough situation because people will judge you, you need to re-angle your thinking to understand that expressing your emotions, expressing how you feel verbally is good for your own health. It's good for your mental health. It will help you live longer. It will help you be understood. And isn't that what anybody wants ever? Just to be understood? For somebody to sit there and say, yeah, like, I get it. I get how you feel, and I'm sorry you feel that way. Isn't that what anybody wants? You won't get that unless you actually tell people how you're feeling. So if you're going through something and you just need somebody to talk to, you're not feeling well, you're not having a good situation, please just go talk to somebody, anybody. Your parents, close friends, siblings, whatever it may be. I promise you that they want to listen. Thank you for watching.